Hello everyone, my name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries, and today I'd like to talk about synchronous modeling and its use. There's a lot of people who feel that synchronous modeling, when you use synchronous modeling, you produce a model that is of low quality. There's a lot of people who feel that synchronous modeling commands confuse the process. I disagree, and I'm going to show you why. So on one of my last posts, I was talking about the design of this nice little bracket. I just did it because I wanted to show the process of product interface. And this little bracket, I designed it so it could hold my little computer that I use on the plane. It works really well. But you know, I wanted something a little bit better. So I did a version 2.0. The cool thing about this bracket is it folds up nicely, but it's not symmetric and it's not that aesthetic. And also I had the different leg lengths because I wanted to make sure it would fold up just right. But I went to a different design. Here's the different design. And I thought this design was actually more aesthetically pleasing. And so I redesigned it. And it turns out that this design works really well and has a number of advantages. This was version 2. So with version 2, I've got this piece, which is the kickstand, and it comes in 2 pieces, and it sandwiches over my legs here. So now the synchronous modeling part was, as I created this part, this is one single component, I call it the test part. It has these different interfaces, and as you can see, it has these pivots, and the pivots need clearance. And I thought it was really, really great to manage the clearance with synchronous modeling, because synchronous modeling gives you the ability to really do little offsets and little things that you know, are very necessary as you go, without having to go all the way back to the modeling process. And in fact, this is the model that this is the test model that I put together. And I did some prints, and I found out that it was maybe, you know, a little too tight here and there. So with synchronous modeling, I can go in. I'm going to say Control B. Let's hide this for a second and this, and say, you know, I want a little bit more clearance on these posts. So now I can say Home, Offset, and select this face, and select that face. And I can type in clearance. I'll switch the little vector, this one. So I could type in clearance equals 0.05. And I can see the offset that it's making. And I've simultaneously named it clearance. So I say OK. And the beauty of that is, in many cases, clearances are kind of an iterative process. So now I can print this out on my 3D printer, and I can see how it feels. And if it feels too loose, I can go up here to user expressions, and right here I can always edit that clearance just by one numerical value. So that's very, very powerful. And I believe that that's more powerful than if I just decided to use regular modeling techniques without doing any synchronous modeling techniques. Now again, I'll just reiterate that the synchronous modeling techniques are really powerful, and since they're really powerful, they're also something that you have to use judiciously. And I would recommend that when you use synchronous modeling, you put the synchronous modeling commands kind of at the end of the modeling process, and thereby you will avoid that confusingness that happens to some people. And it's very similar. A lot of people say that you should do your edge blends and your chamfers at the end of a modeling process too, or at the end of your part navigator or model tree. So there you have it, synchronous modeling. I did print this out. On the next little post, I'll show you what it looks like, all printed. It works really well. I still need these tiny little rubber feet in here though, and I'm going through a few more iterations of this, make it a little bit stronger, and then I'll have a more mature design that I'm happier with. Thank you very much for watching. Again, my name is Steve Samuel from Design Visionaries. Please like and subscribe. Check out the other videos on this channel. There's many of them, and we pride ourselves on focusing on techniques that people can really use to do a good design. Thanks again.